Hi guys! I thought I would do a chit chat getting ready video, and this is just sort of my daily routine if I'm just gonna throw on some makeup and go run some errands or hang out with family and friends. This is usually what I do, just sort of basic everyday wear. I have naturally like blue-green eyes, and so I usually wear like a complimentary bronzy brown sort of eyeshadow to go with it, and yeah, nothing extravagant. So I hope you guys join me for my little tutorial here, and let's get started. So I always apply my foundation with a beauty blender. On occasion I'll use like a buffing brush. I have this really dense buffing brush that I got from Crown Brushes. I like that. But usually I absolutely never use my fingers, so usually the preferred method is my sponge. And as you can see, my sponge is stained. No matter how much I try to clean it, I cannot get the Revlon color stay out of it. And speaking of that, that is what I use. So I have I actually feel like I've been a little too dark for this one, but almost a little too pale for this one, so I might combine the two. I have 150 buff and 180, what is that? Sand beige. So these are the two colors, and wow, on camera they look super different, but in person they really don't look too far off. So I feel like this one is almost a little too tan for me, and this one's almost a little too pale for me, but these are the next closest two colors when you look at the whole spectrum of colors. Anywho, so I use the normal to dry skin foundation. And I usually honestly just kind of dump it upside down on the sponge and then splotch it all over my face. So that's what I'm going to do. So my mirror that I'm going to be looking in is right down here. Have you guys tried the new Revlon Whipped Foundation? Because I've been seeing that in the store everywhere I go, and I've seen sort of mixed reviews on it online. Like, it doesn't quite offer a whole lot of coverage, but I hear it's a really interesting consistency. So, and I know that it's really difficult when you're at the store to see the jar of foundation because the glass is so thick, and then get like a good match for yourself. Have you guys tried that foundation yet? What do you think? Because I've considered buying it, but I just don't know. Like, I feel like this foundation gives me really good coverage. It goes on really smooth, like it lets me blend it before it dries out. I don't know, I just feel like it complements my skin really well, and I haven't found any other foundation like it. And it dries with more of a matte finish, but not completely matte. Like, I don't look like all crusty and dried out. Like, some people like are overly matte and you're like, whoa, you need to tone that down a little. So the downside that I've heard from the Whipped Revlon Color Stay Foundation is that it's more like silicone-y based, so it doesn't really have great coverage. And I'm sort of like a medium coverage kind of gal. I have reddish undertones in my skin, and I really like to cover that up as much as possible. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it. I guess this week it's like 40% off at Rite Aid. Rite Aid has that sale on Revlon a lot, like 40% off of everything. To conceal my under eye circles, I've been using a combination of Glamouflage and my Instant Age Rewind, and I actually do this. I put on my Glamouflage. I just put a couple little teeny tiny little specks under my eyes, because I tend to have some really wicked dark circles under my eyes. And then I actually use the like spongy tip on this. I click this up, and mine's actually been broken for a while. Several months ago this was in my favorites, and it was broken then, and yeah, I had to be very careful with it. So I use the little spongy tip and spread it out. And then I will take my beauty blender and just kind of work it in. So I've been using a little combo of like my Maybelline Color Tattoo, and this one is in Bad to the Bronze. I actually recently just started using this one a lot more, and like my Nude palette, and let me see. And my Infallible in, what color is this? This one's Ice Latte. So I'm going to use my primer potion, put a little bit of that on, So then I just take the color tattoo and I put it all over my finger, and then I'm just going to pat this onto my lid. So now I'm going to take my Infallible shadow in Ice Latte, and I'm going to pat that on the inner half of my eye. Sort of giving myself like a reverse smoky eye, because usually I do the lighter shades first and then the darker shade, but with these I've actually been doing it the other way around. I put on the darker shade and then the lighter shade, so I just have some on my finger and I'm going to pat that on. Alright, sorry it got a little darker, one of my lights went out. I just sort of put the Ice Latte on the inner corner section there, and then I'm going to use my Nude Tude palette, and I'm going to be using Schizo and Sultry, and maybe a little bit of, let me see, Sophisticated up there, and I'm going to use that to sort of darken up the crease. So let's see, where are my crease brushes? So I'm just using this e.l.f. Little contour crease brush thingy. So I'm just going to work that into my crease. So the only other thing that I have that is from The Balm, because the Nude Tude is from The Balm Cosmetics. I actually ordered this with my Birchbox points online, and I really, really like it. So yeah, the only other thing that I own from The Balm is that Balm Stain that we got in last month's Birchbox or the month before, and I do not like it. I don't know if you guys tried yours, but I feel like when I go to put it on, it just doesn't stain. Like, I've tried it on my lips and it just doesn't stain. It stains my fingers, but it doesn't stain my lips. And then it kind of has this weird smell or consistency, or I don't know. I just don't feel like it does a good job. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not using it right. Maybe I should be like moisturizing my lips first or something. I don't really know. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Blending brush and I'm going to blend out the edges. And I really, really, really like this blending brush, and I was going to order another one online, but they don't make it anymore. Like, what's up with that? Where did it go? That's what I want to know. Where did it go? I was on there on the site the other day, and I'm looking and looking and looking everywhere, and it's just gone. Like, I don't even know. I don't know what happened to it. So I have the Wet n Wild I Heart Matte shadow set, and I'm going to use this one and this one, and I'm going to put that on my blending brush and blend out the edges. Yeah, this is pretty much like the only blending brush I use, and I just cleaned it last night actually, and I'm totally bummed. I'm totally bummed. I wanted to order several more so that, you know, if I have purple on it or brown or blue, I can just choose a different one instead of having to clean this one all the time. But I guess not. So I'm going to use my Revlon Color Stay pen, and this is in Blackest Black. And I'm just going to line my top waterline, or my top lash line, not waterline. I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm going to take the darker color Sophisticated. I'm going to sort of smudge that under my lower lash line and have it meet up with the shadow I did on the top. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Kohl eyeliner, and I just ordered this and I really like it. It's super soft and smooth. If you want to smudge it out, it does smudge really easily. So I'm just going to do my waterline with this, and it just glides right on like butter. It just goes on so smooth, and it comes with like the little sharpener on there, which I both love and hate, because it just, I mean, it just like, it comes right off. Like, it doesn't stay on at all. But then it comes with a sharpener, so guess you win some, you lose some. So now I'm going to curl my lashes with my Revlon eyelash curler. And I already have pretty long eyelashes that are reasonably curled. I just like to like encourage them to curl a little bit more or stay curled throughout the day. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Jumbo Organic Wear in Ultra Black. And I usually just do like one hearty coat of this. I've been using a combo of my NYC Sunny and my Rimmel bronzer in Sundance. I've been using these two sort of to bronze and contour, and this one actually has the faintest amount of shimmer in it, whereas NYC Sunny doesn't, but they both have the beautiful little suns on them. So I've just been kind of using a combo of these two to contour a little. I have a little bit of a more round face. Will be just nice and say I have a round face right now. So I've been using this paper to give myself some cheekbones. So I put it from the top of my ear to my lip, the corner of my lip. And I get some bronzer on my brush and I sort of concentrate it up here and then work it down in circular motions. And I'm not trying to look like an 80s streetwalker, so I take it easy. You may not even see too much of it on camera when I pull the paper away. Oh, see, you can see it. But like I said, I'm not trying to look like an 80s streetwalker, so I do blend it out. So I'm going to take the paper from my ear to the corner of my nose, or I'm sorry, to the corner of my mouth. Sort of a combo of both of the bronzers. Start up in the corner and blend it down. Try to concentrate more of it up here and then sort of fade it down. And I'm sure I look totally silly with a piece of paper on my face, but, and there's that side. So I have my little cheekbones that I've given myself to help my round little face. Then I've been taking my e.l.f. powder brush. It's just this like flat top brush, and I get a little bit of the bronzer on there, and then I just sort of blend out the edges a little. No 80s streetwalker. So there we go. In person you can see it better than you can on camera. Okay, so then I take a little bit of the bronzer and I put it on my temples to add some definition, make me look like I got a little sun, which I haven't. I pretty much avoid the sun. I'm so fair, I usually burn, and I'm kind of a freak. I'm like petrified of getting skin cancer. So put a little under your chin. So I have my Benefit Box Blush in Hervana, and I'm going to be using that, and it comes with this little brush, which I don't use. I have been so loving Hervana. I wish my light didn't go out. It's looking crazy without my light. And I'm just using this e.l.f. angled blush brush, which I also don't think is on the website anymore. What the heck, e.l.f.? What is up? So there we go. Get on there, and I'm just going to be putting it onto the apples of my cheeks. So if you did the contour, you're going to know that you need to put your blush above that. You can just kind of see where you should be placing it based on your contour that you did, because you want to put your blush above your contour. Forgot to paste down my eyebrows. They get a little crazy sometimes. I actually need to get my eyebrows done, so or do my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Benefit Speed Brow Gel, and it just comes with a little wand, and you just sort of run it through your brows and have them get in line. So now it's time for lip products. I'm going to use my Tarte Stain in Joy with Lip Surgeon's pencil, whatever the heck it is. Got it in one of my Birchboxes. Also one of my favorite Birchboxes. I really love this. It looks like crazy corally orange in here. It's almost looking more orange on my lips than it does in person too. but it just comes off to be this really, really pretty color. I don't know, I like it. And then I've been using this Philosophy Color of Grace in Pretty Please, and it's a lip gloss. Just a lip gloss. If I wanted to, I could put a highlight on. I'll use this new e.l.f. Baked Blush in, which one is this? Pinktastic, which is not a blush at all. It's so light, it's really more of a highlighter. Let me show you. So look, that is not a blush. It is so shimmery and bright. Definitely not a blush. And you know what? I'll use my new small stipple brush from e.l.f. Let's use those two things. Just put a little bit on the tops of my cheeks. Alright guys, so that does it for my everyday sort of go visit family, hang out around the house, run some errands look. Like I said, it's nothing extravagant. It's just sort of, you know, a basic bronzy eye to complement my my eye color, blush, foundation. Like nothing spectacular, not like this, you know, extravagant eye. I'm not wearing false lashes, which I do sometimes, but not today. I'm just, you know, rocking the natural lashes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!